Eridania. What I'm going to tell you might surprise you, because on Earth there is a lot of noise about Nibiru. I know I don't have to repeat for you what is said there, but I will tell you how we see this from our perspective. A very clear and fast and direct answer. There is no such thing as Nibiru, nor Hercubolus, nor Planet X, nor anything along those lines that can cause any harm to the Earth or its inhabitants. We are up here, and despite all the scandal that is heard down on Earth, we look around us and we only see space that is known and very well mapped out. We know where all that Nibiru stuff comes from, mainly from Zachariah's teaching, that we know well as a disinformant in the service of the Cabal. There is more data. For example, on the fact that this solar system is dual system, as many are. But in this case, it is not. This sun that we call 13, or Sol 13 ourselves, is a simple system. If there was a Nibiru or Hercubolus, we would know. We have no reason to omit this information or to hide it. We would say it. We would say something big is coming and you should get ready. But up here, everything is calm, and this space is very well mapped out. We know it well, and there is nothing here of that nature. Swaruu 9. I must make an important comment about Nibiru, which explains it once and for all. It won't take me long. Based both on our records as well as others that are on Earth but difficult to interpret, using only the research from Jordan Maxwell and Michael Tsarion as terrestrial sources, Taygetan records confirm what these researchers say in a very high percentage. Tiamat, the planet destroyed 12,500 years ago, was a very large planet, about 80% the size of Neptune, and it was closer to Earth than Mars is today. It was a water planet with very few islands, which was very luminescent, because with its large size, it reflected the sun a lot. And this is the source of all the myths associated with two suns in this solar system. Tiamat, being a water planet, functioned as a mirror, so it was called the second sun. Neither Hercubolus nor Nibiru will return. Modern scholars simply don't have all the facts and make their own guesses. Only the two scholars mentioned above have it right. And as I already mentioned, NASA and JPL are looking at the combined mass of three smaller and more distant objects that are missing to explain the movement of this solar system, with one missing from the equation. This is the official and definite answer from us regarding the topic of Nibiru. About the brown dwarf nemesis, does it exist? No, for us it is another variant of the same. They cover themselves with that brown dwarf to justify that it is not seen, but it is inconsistent, because no matter how brown it is, it would be seen from Earth or from anywhere in the solar system, unless it has collapsed on itself in a black hole, and they would know it too. And apart from that, that theory of collapsing stars is very 3D and needs revision. According to Michael Tsarion, there is a very great trauma in the psyche of the human being that explains many things about human schizophrenic behavior. He says that trauma comes from a cataclysm that he relates to the destruction of Tiamat and the flood that followed, and he may be right. But what I would insist on, and I see that he could not have this data, is that this trauma comes from further back, and it is from the fact of being a persecuted race on the brink of extinction by the reptilian complex or alliance. Alex Collier, in one of his videos, says that Nibiru is real and that it exists. Why does he say that? Do you know? Thanks. I remember that. I honestly don't know why he says that. As I was saying the other time, there are many very accurate and complete data on why Nibiru must exist. As I have already said, I do not wish to discredit those countless and many of them 1,000-year-old sources. The only thing I can share is that we can't see anything from here. It should exist, okay, but it doesn't. And it's not that it is in another dimension, density, because in the first place, if that was the case, then it would not affect the Earth of this dimension, density, in which we are. And another thing, our sensors are scalar. That is, they can detect things that are in many planes at once, especially my little Susie. It's just not there. They have posted many photos of two suns. That is thermal inversion, causing a mirage by reflecting the sun. Generally, the atmosphere is hot below, and as it rises, it cools more. When there is a condition of a thermic inversion, as its name indicates, it is cold below and warm up in the layers of the atmosphere. In the intermediate layer, a reflection occurs. It is a mirage, like in a desert. The pictures they take are not of an object. They are an optical effect. The sun is not binary. One more thing. The solar system is not static. With that system, there is no room for large objects that could reach the one in the front, as Nibiru would. Its existence is mathematically incongruous. Now, they have detected that a certain mass is missing in the solar system. That is correct, but that what is missing is not due to a large star, but to the combined gravitational force of 3 much smaller stars or planets. What you are seeing as a specific point in space with great mass is the point or vortex or point of concentration equilibrium of those 3 combined masses, and it is found in a geometric point in space that is empty because it is a gravitational point, not of mass. This solar system has 13 planets, including Pluto, that we do recognize as such. But the Cabal has omitted the other 3 planets that are beyond the Kuiper belt, and they do not represent any danger. Pluto is recognized in ET models of the solar system, but that only adds up to 12. One is missing, Tiamat, which is now an asteroid belt because it was destroyed around 12,500 BC. Clarification. There is no Nibiru, no Hercules, or anything like that. They only misinterpret ancient texts, mostly Sumerian.